Well, hello. Revealed. Prince Harry said he wanted out of the royal family years before Megxit and didn't want the monarchy to be just a bunch of celebrities. Exclusive. The Jeffrey Epstein files, trove of never-before-seen emails and calendars, gives unprecedented insight into late blank network of power and influence. This includes Prince Andrew and Sarah, Duchess of York. We're going to talk about this second, but back over to Harry first. First, let's take a step back into 2017, where Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, gave an interview to Angela Levin. Writer who spent hours with Prince Harry and revealed his desire to quit the firm says he's not a whinger, he's a wounded warrior. Within this article, it shapes almost the narrative of why Harry was such a bad boy, he didn't want to grow up, and it humanized him to people because it revealed that he needed to find his role. He had no direction. He had left the military in June of 2015. He was a full-time senior working royal, and he really didn't know what to do with his life. As we all should know, there was a role for William carved out, for Charles, for the Queen, and for other members of the royal family at the time that were already senior working royals. But Harry was just kind of like, what do I do, He, of course, expressed his interest in possibly becoming a junior royal to see if that may be somewhere he could fit and engage better with. There's even a quote where he goes on to say, "There was a time I felt I wanted out, but then I decided to stay in the firm and work out a role for myself." He further states that more than anything else, he was motivated to do something to help his grandmother, the Queen, and charity work came to his rescue. It's quite odd, and this is why I always tell people to fact check how something that came out years beforehand, people seem to easily forget. This isn't some huge revelation that is new. This is something that, if you followed, it's already out there. It's researchable. Odd that they're passing it off as if this is something that he just said. Which, of course, further proves a point that this wasn't a Meghan decision. Meghan, in my opinion, I just feel she supported the decision, which is like, whatever you want to do, this is your world. I'm here for you. Nice to see that the Daily Mail is bringing light to this again, even though it's being passed on as if it's new. I move on. Let's talk about Prince Andrew and Sarah, Duchess of York. These two had the making of being, I would say, during their era, the second most popular royals. The first, obviously, being Diana. But definitely the most popular royal couple. Yes, Charles and Diana were married, but I wouldn't say they were a popular royal couple. You could tell. But these two seem to really have a ton of fun together. However, of course, with their checkered past and his whole situation. Let's talk about what was revealed in Jeffrey Epstein's diaries, calendars, emails, and all of that. So the Daily Mail obtained a trove of Jeffrey Epstein's calendars and emails that shows the late P-word connection to presidents, prime ministers, and royalty. Now, for those who do not know, Prince Andrew has admitted to being friends with Epstein for more than a decade. He flew on his private plane numerous of times. He stayed at his properties and even visited Epstein's island in the Caribbean. He visited the island. Also, to catch you up to speed, he settled a civil lawsuit brought by Virginia Roberts for, I think it was like £12 million or $12 million, one of them, whatever. In the Epstein files, it shows that the P-word man used Andrew's name while trying to persuade J.P. Morgan to let him act as an intermediary for wealthy clients. In an email to J.P. Morgan boss Jess Stalley and senior banker Mary Erdos, I think that's how you pronounce it, he reeled with his relationship with Prince Andrew, going on to quote, "He is not allowed to make any money," implicating him in this scandal. Scandalo. Now, the timing of this email is revealing, and it suggests that Jeffrey had intimate details about Andrew's finances, which were, of course, tied up with those of his now ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, with whom, of course, they divorced in 1996. Now, here's where she is implicated in this. For those who do not remember and may need a refresher, in May 2010, Sarah was caught in a newspaper sting asking for $550,000 for access to Andrew. She told the newspaper reporter, and quote, "That opens up everything you would ever wish for. I can open any door you want, and I will for you." Of course, Sarah went on to later say she deeply regretted the whole situation and Andrew didn't know anything about it. This was driven because she, at the time, was upwards of $5.5 million in debt in 2011, which of course was paid off by Andrew's intervention. However, Epstein paid $17,000 to Ferguson's former PA, Johnny O'Sullivan, which helped stabilize her finances. Sarah took money from Epstein. Additionally, in a scheduling entry for March 3rd, 2010, Epstein's assistant wrote, and quote, "Still need to try and schedule the Duchess for Tuesday or Wednesday. I have emailed her assistant, Amanda, for a meeting." Amanda, who is Amanda Thirsk, who worked for Andrew for many years, Epstein replied, "Duchess, anytime." There's also photos of Sarah Ferguson at Epstein's New York mansion. Lawyers for Andrew and Fergie's spokesperson, of course, had no comment. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your In Royal News for the last day of May, May 31st, 2023. I keep saying it. Once Harry started taking people to court, I'll say they, meaning the media, was going to start to leave him alone. Now, of course, they still kind of talk about him, but not in the same sense as we are seeing them talk about the other royals now. And the fact that we have had a lot of controversy between King Charles and Kate, and now this whole new revelation with Andrew and Sarah. The war is coming. And as always, comment your thoughts below. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and repost as well. Bye, guys.